My name is Phil Bolton. I'm with the Global Atlanta News Service, and I'm with the French Consul General based in Atlanta, Mr. Philippe Ardanaz, who has been responsible for the southeast of the United States for the past 3 years. He is now about to welcome visitors and a delegation from Martinique to help celebrate the July 14th French national holiday in Atlanta. And we are here to find out more about the relationship between France and Martinique. How has that relationship evolved over the years, Mr. Ardanaz?
Well, very well indeed. When I arrived in 2005, well, we had a little bit of tensions in the United States due to the war in Iraq and what we call the freedom fries. So we had freedom fries, and now we have French fries. So that's good good news. So I think the relations, the bilateral relations, is really in the good track, and this is maybe one of the reasons why I decided to promote Martinique for Bastille Day. Because for Bastille Day, every year we explain to the French people and American people how the relation is doing. And well, this year I thought, well, I'm just going to say that it's wonderful because everything is wonderful. The political relation is very, very good. The commercial relation, the investments in the United States from French firms, or investment in France from American firms, are very, very good. Every day, France and the United States exchange 1 billion worth of goods and services. 1 billion every day. That's a lot. And France creates 550,000 jobs in the United States, and the United States create 600,000 jobs in France. So everything is going very well, and even the culture is going very well and very, very active, because we have a lot of exchanges like the Louvre in Atlanta. So I thought, I'm going to say everything is okay, everything is well, so we need to celebrate. And what should we celebrate? And I thought that maybe we could celebrate just France, and France close to Atlanta. And when you are in Atlanta, if you want to go to France and only with 3 hours and a half with, in a plane, so you need to go whether to Guyane or Martinique or Guadeloupe. So I say, well, why not try to promote Martinique, which is not very well known in the United States. You know, it's really France in the West Indies, and Martinique is France like Paris is France, or like Lyon or Marseille is France.
They're French because they're departments of France. They're like states in the United States.
It's like another state with the same rights that well, the state who covers Paris or the state.
And if you are in Martinique, you're a French citizen, and you're
Absolutely.
also a member of the European Union.
Absolutely. And it's very striking when you go to Martinique. Obviously, it's France, but it's France in the West Indies. So the landscape is different. The weather is different. So you arrive and you are in the Caribbean, and you see the same post office. Then you see in Paris, you see the same flag. You see exactly the same uniforms for civil servants. So it's really yeah.
And you use the euro.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Which may be a concern, because obviously, as you use the euro, and the exchange rate between the euro and the dollar is quite a problem when you are in the United States and you go to Martinique. Well, it becomes very very expensive, because not only you pay in euros, but Martinique is a little bit more expensive than Paris, for instance.
But if you go to Martinique, you find that the infrastructure is of European quality.
Absolutely.
And that
it's a very high infrastructure. They have wonderful hotels, they have wonderful beaches, everything is safe. Well, it's, we call it a little paradise. Actually, Martinique means the island of flowers. And you have flowers everywhere, and you have all the different landscapes in Martinique. You have mountains, very high mountains in the north. You have wonderful beaches in the south. So it's really a wonderful place, a very safe place. But it's France, so it's the euro. And at the end of the day, it's quite expensive for
But it's
American
nearer.
people.
It's nearer, so that if you were to go for Martinique, you might go for a long weekend or so, as opposed to if you're going to travel to Europe.
Absolutely.
Itself, the mainland, it would entail greater distances and probably more time that
Sure.
you'd have to stay there.
Sure.
What will the Martinique presence be at your Bastille Day celebration this year?
So the idea is to well, to celebrate the French and American relations, and to celebrate especially Martinique, like a very close France, close to Atlanta. And so the idea is to bring a band of musicians who are going to play music from Martinique, and also a dancer. And the dancer will give a class of Begin. Begin is the dance of Martinique. So well, every people for Bastille Day, we have around 600 or 700 people will be able to learn how to dance this wonderful dance of Martinique, which is called Begin. And obviously we will have food from Martinique with Martinique specialities. And we will drink, well, drinks from Martinique, and especially rum, very good rum. So it's going to be a very colorful Bastille Day, and I think it's a wonderful celebration.
We know that Delta Airlines has had some seasonal flights to Martinique. Did that have any impact on the number of American tourists going there?
Yeah, it worked quite well because, well, American tourists in Martinique are only a few. You have 400,000 people living in Martinique, and every year they receive around 400,000 people come in for one night or more in the island. So it's a place for tourism, and American people represent only 2% of tourism in Martinique. So there is really place to grow. But from 2005 to 2006, the increase of American people going to Martinique was 5%. So it was a beginning, and American people started to discover Martinique in among the other Caribbean islands. And that's why we were very, very happy with that direct flight from Atlanta to Martinique and from Atlanta to Guadeloupe, the other island. And it was also a disappointment to know that they had to stop that line because of many reasons, but mainly because of the cost of the fuel. They decided to do it 3 months ago, to stop the line 3 months ago, and the barrel of fuel was $105.
Right.
It's now over $142. So it was not profitable enough, and as I told you, going to Martinique for American people is a little bit expensive. It's more expensive than going to other islands of the Caribbean. So the dollar and euro exchange and the cost of oil was two well, very difficult points, and
right.
Delta decided to stop the
Well, we know
the
that
line.
this has had a tremendous impact on all of the airlines and the airline industry around the world, and also on the tourism industry. And our hope is that as the industry adapts to the new fuel costs and the tourist industry is back up on its feet, perhaps that flight will be started once again.
Well, we hope so. I think
In any case, we look forward to a very fun and lively Bastille celebration this year.